Good morning, class. Very good. So, for today, we are going to have our next class. But before that, we will start with a prayer. Who wants to lead a prayer? Okay, please, Michael. Now, class, let me check your attendance first. Okay? When I call your name, you say present. Okay. John. Okay. Michael. Stephen. Okay, class. What was our topic last meeting? Anyone from the class? Oh, very good. It's all about, yes, triangles. And what we have learned about triangles? Oh, very good. What else? Yes, it has three sides, and other triangles have different measurements. Okay, good. Now, before we go on with our topic, I will group you into 5 groups with 4 members each group, and then let's have an activity. Okay, class, are you in your group? Okay, take your seat, John. Okay, now you need to have a ball pen and a paper in each group, and then you will list all the 4 sides objects that you have seen in our classroom. Do you get me? Very good. And then after you list all the 4 sides objects that you have seen in our classroom, the highest listed 4 objects that you have seen will be the winner, and I will give you an, okay, very good, I will give you an award later. So that will be the part of our activity for today, and later on we will discuss what we have done. Okay, so start now, and then I will give you 5 minutes. Okay, class, let's continue our discussion. Okay, let's proceed with quadrilaterals. What is quadrilaterals, by the way? Any idea from the class? Okay. Yes, quadrilaterals is a 4-sided closed objects. It may be or may not congruent or parallel with other sides. Okay. When we say congruent, ito ay nagpapahiwatig ng magkapareha. Or a parallel would be very good. So, quadrilaterals is anything, any shapes with 4 sided objects. So, let's have examples of quadrilaterals. Here are the different kinds of quadrilaterals and the real-life examples of quadrilaterals. The general name for a quadrilateral can be named by its consecutive vertices. For example, the quadrilateral below ABCD, it can be named as BCDA or DABC, but not ACBD nor BDAC. Convex quadrilateral. A quadrilateral is convex if and only if its diagonals intersect. Look at the picture and study its points and how it intersects. Okay, class, let's proceed with the different kinds of a quadrilaterals. We have 7 different kinds of quadrilateral. First, we have the parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of the opposite side that are parallel. Let's look on the example in the board. Okay. What have you observed? Yes, very good. They are having two parallel that are the same. Okay, these sides and the other side. Both sides have the same length or measurement, and these sides also have different size with same length and measurement. Okay, now let's proceed with another kind of a quadrilateral, a rhombus. What is a rhombus, by the way? A rhombus is a parallelogram with all sides that are congruent. Okay, next let's have a rectangle. A rectangle is also a parallelogram with having all sides with the right angles. Okay, have you observed that the rectangle having four sides with a right angle? So it is a rectangle under the parallelogram. Okay, now let's proceed with a square. A square is a rectangle with all sides that are equal. When we say that all sides that are equal, the length from here up to this is equal, and from here to this point is also equal, and on the other side it's all equal. So it is called a square. Very good. Next, we have a kite. Have you seen in the picture? It looks like a kite flying in the sky, right? Okay, a kite is also a quadrilateral with two pairs of the adjacent sides congruent, and no opposite side is congruent. So when we say this side and this side is the same, and this side also is the same. Okay, that is a kite. Another kind of a quadrilateral. Okay, very good. Okay, let's proceed with the trapezoid. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with two sides that are parallel, and each parallel is called the base of the trapezoid. Okay, each of the parallel, where is the parallel side here? Okay, very good. Each of the parallel side is called the base of a trapezoid. Okay, let's proceed with another kind of a quadrilateral. It is the isosceles trapezoid. Isosceles trapezoid is a kind of a trapezoid quadrilateral whose non-parallel sides are congruent. Okay, let's take a look on the different kinds of a quadrilateral, and then observe on the shapes, the sides, the measurements, and how it is applicable in our lesson for today. Let's take a look again on the different kinds of a quadrilateral: the parallelogram, the rhombus, rectangle, the square, a kite, the trapezoid, and the isosceles trapezoid. Okay, class, let's have another activity. Okay, do you remember the Cartesian plane? Very good. This is an example of a Cartesian plane. Okay, this will be part of our activity, and I want you to recite and identify what kind of quadrilaterals having this using this Cartesian plane later on. Okay, now I will give you a set of numbers using this Cartesian plane and plot all the points, and later on identify what kind of quadrilaterals are these. Okay, now on the first we have -1 and 2, -1 and 0, 1 and 0, and 1 and 2. Okay, and the second set, we have -4, -4 and 2, -4 and 4, -0 and 2, and 0 and -4. And number 3, we have 3 and 4, we have 2 and 2, we have 3 and 0, and 4 and 2. Now, plot all this on your sketch papers, plot all this on a Cartesian plane, and I will call you later, and you will identify what kind of quadrilaterals are these given sets of numbers. Okay, I will give you 5 minutes to have your activity. Okay, class, are we good? Okay, let's have to identify the quadrilaterals. Okay, as I called your name, okay, you will answer what kind of quadrilaterals are these sets of numbers. Okay, using our, what do you call this one? This one? This is the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, now on the number 1, we have -1 and 2, -1 and 0, 1 and 0, and 1 and 2. So, yes, it's a square. When we plot this one, we can come up a square from this point to this point and to the other and on the upper side. Okay, we can come up with a square. Very good, Kimberly. Okay, may take your seat. Okay, on the number 2, who will volunteer? Okay, Jan, stand up. What can you identify with these sets of numbers in the number 2? Come again? Louder, louder. Yes, it's a rectangle. Very good. It's a rectangle because it's in the third quadrant. It's in the third quadrant, okay? And the two sides are parallel. Very good. These sides and this side is the same, and on the upper side are also the same. Very good. Next, the last number is number 3. We have 3 and 4, 2 and 2, 3 and 0, and 4 and 2. Now, okay, stand up. Very good. It is a kite. A kite is also a quadrilateral. It's not just laruan lang, 'di ba? Nakikita natin 'yan pag naggumagawa tayo ng laruan. Pero isa siya sa klase ng mga quadrilaterals. Okay, very good. Take your seat now. Okay, class, may naintindihan ba kayo sa topic natin ngayon? Okay, very good. It's all about the quadrilaterals. And yung mga activity na ginawa natin kanina, magagamit natin yun sa ating mga quizzes and assignments at the same time, para din sa pag-identify ng mga objects na makikita natin sa paligid natin na applicable, or shall we say, in real life situations. Now, I want you to get 1/2 sheet of paper and answer the following questions that I have as part of the quiz. That concludes our lesson for today. It's all about the quadrilaterals. Now, I want you to study in advance the parallelograms because next meeting, we will have a deeper lesson on the parallelograms because parallelograms have different subtopics that we should have to learn. So for now, I will give you later on your assignments and a research as well for the next topic that we will be going to discuss. Okay, class. Goodbye and thank you for today.